What's going on, Assassins? It's Starkshot of the YouTube Assassin. And before we even start this video, I want you to understand that there's going to be a bunch of spoilers for Assassin's Creed Origins, especially the DLCs. So, if you haven't played, especially The Curse of the Pharaohs, get out now. Otherwise, we're going to continue with this. Anyway, as a bunch of you know, I have been playing Assassin's Creed Origins live. I've been doing it live streamed, and I completed The Curse of the Pharaohs. And I always thought that at the end of this game, at the end of this DLC, there should have been a sequel to it. And my main reason is this guy right here, this Sutek guy. He, I believe, is a key to what should have been the second part of what I thought was going to be the Bayek trilogy. And I'm going to explain why I say that now. First of all, besides this kind of having a Legend of Zelda theme where he's like the only Gerudo in like the whole desert, because he's got the red hair and everything like that, the crazy looking nose like Ganondorf himself. That wasn't what drew me to this theory. What drew me to this theory was the fact, yes, he's got red hair, and Sutek, from what I researched, it's a Greek name which is also Seth or Set. According to what I was able to research, Set or Sutek was the lord of the Red Land. He was a god of desert, storms, disorder, violence, and foreigners. And in a bunch of Egyptian myth, he's portrayed as an usurper who killed and mutilated his own brother Osiris, which is just wild. So Set is basically demonized because he is the god of foreigners, and a bunch of foreigners had come into Egypt to conquer, and of course, because he is the god of foreigners, they feel that he kind of led the way. So that started the demonization of Set. But regardless of that, there's a lot of similarities between Sutek, the character here, and Set. Namely, a bunch of the visuals and the things he's associated with, the desert, the foreigners. Bayek comes in, and right away he greets Bayek. He's the god of the red sands. This guy has red hair. He has that marking on the side of his face. Don't know what that means. Don't know why that's there. Don't know a lot about what's going on here. In fact, his whole family, none of the family members have red hair. You meet one of his uncles in a cage. He never explains, how this guy is related to him, other than it's his uncle. You don't know what parent side it's on or anything like that. Doesn't speak of his family, doesn't speak of his parents, anything like that. They only know, anybody who has dealt with him knows that he is the only redheaded person around here, which is really, really odd. He has this little hideout here. He figured out where Nefertiti's tomb was, all kinds of things like that. How? How was this possible? It's really weird. So I made a lot of connections between those two, and I feel like he's actually disingenuous. He has an agenda. He's looking for the piece of Eden, the apple of Eden, if you will. And I feel like they could have gone with a sequel in which this guy continues. Now, there's a couple of problems with him continuing. At the very end of the DLC, Bayek gives Sutek the apple of Eden and tells him to hide it in the desert. Hide it very well, because he's seen the power of the apple. He has one of them, and he explained that the whole reason he was here was to collect that artifact and get rid of it. Sutek, he at first pretended he didn't want it, then says he will have it, he'll hide it for him, and then look at this scene. It's weird.
That is all right. We do not need any help. We will close all of this up in a moment.
Who was he talking to? Who is we? It looked like he had a conversation with himself almost. And then it gets even weirder. Over here in the Wasset Desert, you find this little cobra oasis here. And look who's there. Who is that? Yeah, it is. It's Sutek. And he is dead. What happened to him? Kind of weird that, you know, like the way that this wouldn't let me do that, but...
This Sutek, he deserved more than this fate. And the relic is gone. I pray to Amun he hid it well.
So look at that. Bayek confirms that Sutek. He's asking about the relic. He hopes he hid it well.
Sutek,
Did he hide it
he deserved more.
before his death? How did he get here with these snakes? Did somebody take
Pray to Amun.
the apple from him and threw him here? Or did he unknowingly come here to hide it and then died? Or
Believe you.
is he some sort of demigod
What is wrong?
and he faked his own death in order to keep the apple, throw Bayek off the trail, and then he has more sinister plans?
I thought you did not know where it
That was my belief. That's what I thought when I heard the next game was coming out. I did not think it was going to be Odyssey. I thought it was going to be a sequel for Bayek, and I thought it was going to have to do anything with Seth. I thought that Sutek was going to be the big bad,
But I know
and
the way out.
I mean it wasn't. But the thing is,
Promise.
I will.
Sutek is Greek. It's the Greek version of Seth or Set.
Trouble.
Why do I find
Odyssey
it hard to believe?
takes place in Greece. So, can we connect the dots? Were they going there? Were we supposed to have a Bayek sequel, possibly with Bayek going to Greece
Your uncle's ox
and finding
at Fisherman's
Sutek?
House.
When you put
Or am I just freestyling right now?
I know you are on this ship.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think of what I just told you? Do you think that that would have been the basis for the next game? Or do you think it would have been something else entirely? Do you think that this is a loose end? Do you think that we need more clarification or explanation as to what happened to the apple and what happened to Sutek? How did he die? How did he meet his end? How did this come all about? I'd love to hear your comments below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you all in the next one. And you know how we're going to end this, like we always do, with a Yayi.
Yah-yee!